Hi everybody, Robbie Cox. We're going to try this one more time. How is everybody's eclipse? Obviously it messed with our equipment a little bit. How'd you spend it? I spent mine in the recliner with shards of sass typing away as I was watching the eclipse in Oregon and Tennessee and other places on the Weather Channel through my TV. When it came time for the peak moment of the eclipse in my area, we only had like 85% totality, as the word was, all over the place. I went outside, snapped a selfie, and had a little bit of fun with it, but which we're actually doing a giveaway in my Robbie's Rascals, the readers group, with the selfie that I took. They're all captioning it and making fun of my bald head and everything else. So if you want to get in on a giveaway, it's still going. Join my Robbie's Rascals and have some fun. We're also having a lot of good times this weekend. The girls and I spent the day Saturday at Disney World because they had PhotoPass Day. Now, this is where they have a lot of characters that they don't normally have out and about, where you can stand in line and get your picture taken. Everybody and their uncle wanted to get their picture taken with Maleficent, and believe it or not, we stood in line for 3 hours, 1 hour of it in the hot, sweltering Florida sun, just so someone could get a picture taken with Maleficent. I'm not going to say who, but she was ecstatic. So was our friend, and it was fun. Then from there, we went to the Magic Kingdom to get another picture taken. It was hot, it was sweaty, but I still made good use of the time, because when I go to anywhere, whether it's Disney, the mall, getting a haircut, anywhere, I take my Kindle with me, and I've been researching the Sassy Ever After Kindle world, so I've been reading a lot of their books. Saturday, I happened to be reading Wilson Rowe's book, Sassy Healing, which is an excellent story in this world. I actually give it 5 stars. It's great. I loved it. I'm looking forward to reading some more of Wilson's books. I'm now on to S.L. Stacker's Sassy Witch book, because there's going to be a witch in my version of this world. So I want to see how she handled it a little bit, just to get a feel for the world. So be looking for me doing the Sassy Ever After series with Shards of Sass, the first book in the series that I'm working on in this world, with a witch and a panther shifter. Now, the cover, what are we moving on to? We actually picked out a cover for Taming Carla and have it working on it right now, and it'll be able to be revealed to you here real soon. I'm excited about it. We also have the cover already for the 3rd book in the series, Always Amy, and that will be revealed to you as well. We'll be doing a little banner show for it and everything else. So I'm excited about this. The series is almost coming to an end with the 3 books in the Harper twins, as Amy will get her own, and as we finish up Carla's, which is now in the final editing stage, really. The girls are doing it now while revisions are finished, and Behind the Mask is going for final edits by the end of this week as well, to the editor for whatever I messed up on in the process to get it up with. So, Tyra, thank you for joining us. I'm glad you're here. Shar, hello to you, and smiley faces, and Terry, I'm waving back as well, just as they come up on the screen below. So, Behind the Mask, as I said, is about to be sent to the editor for the final edits. Shards of Sass is, by this weekend, will be out of the first draft phase and into the revision phase. The girls are excited to be getting that to beta read it. Now, as you can see, this great shirt that I'm wearing, Space Coast Book Lovers. I believe you can still get your shirts today if you order it. Join this event. This past June, we had a fantastic time in Cocoa Beach. 75 authors came together. A ton of bloggers were there, and professional industry professionals. 350 to 400 readers walked through those doors, shaking hands and buying books and just having a great time. So this May 28th to, I believe, June 3rd is when it's going to happen, or May 31st to June 3rd is when it's going to happen. You want to be a part of it. Go on Facebook, look up Space Coast Book Lovers, and join that event. You really want to do it. Now, I'm excited about Taming Carla and Always Amy as well, Terry. Thank you. And Brooke, hello to you. Thanks for joining us. Now, as I said, if you go on there, you'll find the link for this shirt, and we'd love to see you participate and see you there. Until then, you can find me the rest of this year, Destin, Florida, September 9th. 2 weeks later, I'll be in Orlando at the Indie Book Fest. And then I believe at the beginning of November, I'll be in Columbia, South Carolina at the Authors Invade Columbia event. If you're in any of those areas, I hope you join us and come out and say hello. Now, let's get to, one more announcement. If you're part of my Robbie's Rascals group, you know that every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, we have a Books and Chat where we invite other authors, bloggers, industry professionals to come in and tell you about their events or their services or their books, play some games with you, do some giveaways, and have a lot of fun. This week, I'm happy to announce that Heather Witherall-Ray, blogger extraordinaire, will be joining us and telling us a little bit about what she does in her reviews and everything else. I'm glad to have her as part of my Rascals. She's a great lady. You're really going to want to join it and find out what she has to offer. Now, let's get to some of your questions. We have 2 picked out for this week as well. Randy first asked, why do I write in so many genres? I write in so many genres because I think stories fit certain themes, and my mind just works in a crazy, sporadic, chaotic way. Some stories I think are perfect for a fantasy background, some I think are perfect for a paranormal background, some for just pure romance, skip everything else. I try to match the story with the theme that I'm trying to portray. Shards of Sass, the theme for that book for me is family is not necessarily blood. It's the people that are closest to you that stand by you and support you in everything you do, and that's going to be shown in Shards of Sass, and that's the paranormal, where all the different shifters and everything else come out. A little bit about the book, I'll tell you right now, is it takes place in Bull Creek, not Blue Creek. Barbara Wolf, one of the matriarch of the Wolf clan, sends the witch Adara to help Dimitri, who was a panther shifter in Bull Creek, as he's defending his community against a pack of wolves that want to run the humans out. So she goes to help him. So it's about family. It's about people who aren't related by blood, but are related by cause, need, and affection. And that's the theme of the book. I'm looking forward to having it finished and seeing how it all works out together. A couple more questions. Excited to see Heather in Books and Chats. Terry, I'm excited to see her as well. And Brooke says, do you write more than 1 book at a time? Brooke, I write like 20 books at a time. I have a list of, well, I can tell you right now, I'm writing Under the Wrapping, The Warrior's Blade, Shards of Sass, and To Be Cherished right now, all in the first draft phase I'm writing currently, while revisions and edits are for Taming Carla and Behind the Mask. So my hand touches like 6 projects a day just because my mind just can't sit still long enough to stay focused on one thing. Now, Leanne asked, how did you feel when you sold your first book? I was elated and surprised that anybody bought it, to be honest with you. The first book that I put out, I actually wrote for magazines first. I was a freelance writer for several magazines, Christian magazines, retirement magazines, parenting magazines, even sold some ghost stories along the way. Finally, I was pressed to put my fiction into public form, publishing it, and I did it myself because I'm a control freak that way. I want my hands on everything. I don't want anybody telling me what to do with my stories. And when the first book sold, when the Circles of Justice was downloaded, which is the short story I published first, I was ecstatic. But when they bought Reaping the Harvest, the first book that I published, the first of my Warrior of the Way series, I was on cloud 9. I couldn't stop celebrating for a month. And then to see that everything is keep getting sold and that on KU people are reading through the books every day, it's just a great feeling that people are enjoying the stories. I think every author would tell you the same thing. It's great when people enjoy what you do and the characters that you create and the worlds that you invent. So that's what I have for you today at Tuesday Tidbits. I want to thank you all for joining. Those who are waving and smiling at me, I appreciate you being here. And join us next week for Tuesday Tidbits. Until then, go to Amazon, pre-order Behind the Mask, check out all my summer reads, Second Light, Waiting Room, and Green is the Grass, getting great reviews on those. I'd love to see you be a part of it and hear from you. Leave me some questions, and next week we'll answer whatever it is that you ask. Until then, have a great week, and take care.